Happy Halloween.
Hey fam, happy Halloween. I'm Francesca.
And I'm Nicodemus.
And welcome back to the Saucy Sibz podcast.
The Saucy Sibz podcast.
Yeah.
Our Halloween edition.
Yes, we decided an hour before the podcast that we were going to dress up for Halloween.
No, literally an hour. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to be, Francesca, but I like where your head's at, you know?
Yeah. So we went to Target.
We did.
Nick's costume cost $6.
Yeah. The face paint was $1 and then the hat was $5. So Target keeping those prices low. Gotta love it.
Mine was $9.99, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Nick had the hair jewels. I'm like a pirate wench, for those of you not watching. Nick is a witch, but complete with like green face, black eyeliner. Dude, eyeliner looks good on you.
You know, I've always kind of thought that like mascara and winged eyeliner looks kind of good on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always kind of wanted to experiment more with that in the future. Sometimes it comes off like really gay, but like
Machine Gun Kelly.
Well,
all the punk rockers.
I know, yeah, exactly. And like I just kind of like it. Although I'll tell you what I do hate about eye makeup is when you wake up in the morning and you don't take it off and it's all like down like your face.
No, you look like a crack whore.
You literally look like a crack whore. And like I'm down to go to brunch looking like a crack whore. It's just not like I don't think I should be like known for that. And when you stop wearing it, people notice.
Well, that's like girls who don't wear makeup like ever, you get used to it. And that's just what they look like. They're naturally beautiful.
Totally.
Like,
yeah.
But if you wear makeup every day and then you're around men without makeup, they're like, are you sick? They're like, are you really
cold.
tired? We went out this weekend and I got up to walk За, but I wasn't really awake yet. And I like rolled out of bed and a homeless man told me I looked tired. Did I tell you that?
I think you did, but like, did he not look tired?
Nick, he was limping down the street and he goes, damn, girl, you look tired. And I was like,
what the fuck is that? Like, thank you, homeless man.
I go, yeah, I just woke up. Thank you. Like I was.
You look fucking poor.
That's fucked, Nick. He was literally
like,
hobbling.
Yeah.
What?
No, I was saying like just insult him back. Like, I don't know. Do
Literally.
we really want to be throwing insults here, sir?
No, exactly.
I would never just insult you.
No.
Yeah.
Just like rudely on the street.
Yeah.
He was like, it's like, oh my gosh. Like, yes, I'm sorry. I just opened my eyes and my spoiled brat of a 15-pound street dog bosses me around daily too. You know what? She bullies me. You're bullying me.
Yeah.
Both of you are from the streets. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's just
getting bullied.
my vibe. Yeah.
Well,
like Za literally runs my life and I saved her ass from the streets of Mexico.
That's what I don't really understand about dogs is like, wow, you're really acting like I didn't pick you up from the streets of Tijuana.
Yeah.
You should be thankful.
I know. She's not.
No. But anyway, before we get too ahead of ourselves.
Yes.
We have an episode sponsor.
Yes. This week we are sponsored by Flora Hemp Spirits. Nick, why don't you ask me what is Flora Hemp Spirits?
Francesca, what is Flora Hemp Spirits? Is it an alcohol?
Let me tell you. No, it's not. Flora Hemp Spirit is a revolutionary new product designed for social cannabinoid consumption. Mix it into a cocktail, shoot it, or sip it on the rocks. Basically, use Flora the same way you would use alcohol and enjoy the relaxing effects of water-soluble CBD.
Right.
So the only ingredients are distilled water, natural flavors, hemp-derived CBD isolate, and then citric acid. So like a preservative.
Yeah.
But you guys, it's so good.
It's so good. We actually did a first time tasting reaction on our Instagram stories, and I go, wow, it tastes very floral. And Francesca was like, yeah, Nick, it's called Flora Hemp Spirits. And I was like,
it comes in this gorgeous bottle, little melted wax top, has a little pot leaf on the front. It's literally beautiful. And then it's kind of like a milky white.
Yeah.
And it tastes a little orangey, a little fruity.
It's zesty.
Very zesty.
Very zesty.
And all you have to do, you could do so much with it, but literally just like on the rocks with some sparkling water and a lime wedge. And like a lot of like alcohol-free stuff I don't love because it doesn't like have that bite or make me feel like, or it just feels full of sugar. This is
No, I feel like they're hitting the mark. Like they want
are.
like a fun product that you can, an alcohol-free product that you can like mix and have like a fancy cocktail with that tastes good. And this one is awesome. And so it's just CBD. There's no THC in this one.
But they are sending us because we were having trouble with like the mailing because like we kind of sign up for what products we want them to send us, and we couldn't get any of the ones with THC.
Yeah.
So they're sending us like their little canned margaritas, but alcohol free. And just have like 5 milligrams of
THC, yeah.
And but like Nick and I don't smoke weed.
I don't do THC. I will, like I'm not against it. It's also legal here in Colorado. So I mean, I feel like we're gonna drink a can on the podcast.
Yeah, and I don't know how that's gonna go.
I'm just a little nervous. I hope I don't turn into like a awkward idiot, because that's how I feel like when I do THC. I feel like an awkward idiot. I know people love it, but like honestly, Flora Hemp Spirits, I'll do this for you.
Well, we literally will sponsor the podcast and we will do anything.
I know, I will.
Truly.
I'm like in the privacy of my own home.
Yeah, except pitch you guys shitty products. We would never do that.
Yeah.
Even if someone was paying us, I'd be like, I'm sorry, we can't, because people will come after us.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you guys want to order from them, florahempspirits.com and use Saucy Sibz as your code for 10% off. Or I think that's our code. We're going to put it in the show notes. But yeah, so thanks guys. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. Oh, and we mixed it with Tito's. Because alcohol-free product mixed with Tito's. I will say we did take shots of it just
shots of the Flora.
Yeah, without Tito's. And it's awesome. Like you can just drink it straight. But
I just had like a splash. Although I'm quitting drinking again tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes.
No, because I have to get fit, and it just like I can't control my eating.
What do you mean?
I'll just like eat nachos.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And like I think if you work out enough, skinny people can eat nachos, or like every now and then, but like if I'm having a couple cocktails a day, then like I'm ordering appetizers. Yesterday, like I felt like I was on the couch, a little hungover. And I felt like I was like doing the 10,000 calorie challenge.
Really?
No, I'm serious. Huh. It's like someone challenged me. Like, why am I still eating? Our friend came over and like spent the night, and I had like 2 protein shakes because I was trying to like choose healthy food.
Oh, but then food is still food. Healthy food is still calories. Yeah.
I couldn't stop.
Yeah. You know what is a thing that I do sometimes? Like when I am hungover and I'm really thirsty, which doesn't happen often, I literally will like wake up and be like, oh, I'm thirsty. But then I don't, but I'm too tired to get up and do something. So I have these like weird in and out dreams where I feel like I'm just chugging like
I do that
Mountain
too.
Dew on ice. I woke up thinking that I had literally like 17 Shirley Temples. And I was like, why the fuck did I drink so much soda?
Or I'll be like mad in my dream. And I'm like, no, like we have to get something. Like I'm parched. And then I'll wake up and I'll think that I already woke up and got water. But it was literally like, it just like permeated my dreams. I have something concerning to tell you.
What?
So like, you know that $1 green makeup we just put all over his entire face?
Yeah.
Okay, like I washed my hands because I had it on my hand and then I applied it to your face. And I washed my hands with soap 3 times. My hand is dyed green.
Wait, now that you say that, my hand is kind of dyed green. Oh my God.
No, I'm not kidding, Nick. I think you might be green for a couple days. Like, we could like get some really intense like makeup remover, but like I used like antibacterial like hand soap, and I was in the bathroom scrubbing, and I was like, I can't tell him yet.
Oh man. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about this. Like I'm going to take a shower. Maybe they'll just
showers don't magically make things come off
I don't
more.
know. Now, actually, you kind of have me concerned.
No, it's going to dye your skin. That's why it was $1. It has like Blue Lake One.
It was sold as face paint.
No, I know. But I think it's like
all right, like, Target. That's why it was a fucking $1.
Literally, that's why it was $1.
Well, I mean, I'm not convinced. I'm gonna like really try.
I mean, I have some exfoliator.
Updates to come, because like, I mean, we'll see. But could you imagine? I just like repaint my face before I go to work tomorrow. Hey,
you
guys.
should. You're like, I'm dressing up today. It's not close enough to Halloween.
This whole week is just like green face paint.
No, because then it might not come out for
I
like
know, forever.
weeks.
Yeah.
That's got to be like bad for you. Weren't you telling me today that there was a recall on dry shampoo?
No, that was not me. I don't know about this.
Someone told me there's a recall on dry shampoo because like all the cancer causing. I've known that. You know when I spray that shit. Like I've told you before. I'm like,
I thought it was just powder.
No, like there's healthy ones you can get that are just powder, but the spray, apparently they just recalled a bunch of dry shampoo because like it's giving people cancer. It's probably the one I have.
I feel like most of the products people just like put on their face or clean something with are just like, I know I'm not just gonna say because it's like a chemical, it's like cancer causing, but like I feel like it is.
No, in America, like
just everything is kind of fucked up for you. So I'm not like
surprised.
Shocked or anything. Yeah.
I don't know if it's mine, but like I have the one that works the best. It's called Baptiste. I don't know. Something like that. But it works amazing. And every time I'm like, this is probably not good for me.
I feel like I've never used dry shampoo ever.
Yeah.
So
you probably haven't.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm looking at this like green patch on my hand again. And I'm like
my full.
I really feel like I'm going to be green tomorrow. This is kind of, it hasn't like hit me yet. You know what I mean? I'm going to be like, fuck.
You're just going to have like a tinge. People are going to think you're like sick to your stomach.
Yeah. Nick, are you okay? Damn girl, you look tired. Just my table start bullying me. Fuck it. I'll rock it. I'll just be like, hey guys, I'm a little green. Happy Halloween.
You should just wear the witch hat.
Yeah, yeah. And then people will be like, wow, are you wearing like a green foundation? I'll be like, yeah.
So people will like, when you choose certain foundations for on camera, you do the opposite. So if your face has a lot of red in it, you can choose a matte foundation with like a green tint. But you're going to be like, I mean, you're obviously on the other spectrum. You look like an alien.
Yeah. Whatever. Fuck it. Moving on.
All right. What do we have to talk about this week?
Guys, I feel like a lot has happened. Well, because last week we recorded with Kat, which I hope you guys liked that episode. I really did. She was fun. We got a lot of good feedback on that episode.
Yeah, people have told me, even Mom said it was like her favorite episode.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't listened to it, go back and listen to Kat. Speaking of witches.
Because she's like a real life witch.
Yeah, a good one. We were talking about, so one of my best friends sent me a TikTok that was like talking about celebrities, and they're like, you haven't made it until people dress up as you for Halloween. Because like, that's kind of like the iconicness is that you've done something that people would know and see on Halloween. Like Miley Cyrus, the first year people started dressing up as her.
Yeah, yeah.
Because she did something that was that wild. But my best friend sent it to me because in high school, we both went to an all-girls private Catholic high school together. And one year, a bunch of girls dressed up as us for Halloween. And I was like, she said that to me and I was like, shit, honestly, iconic.
Honestly, it is iconic. Like, I've never been dressed up as Halloween.
I know. So what they dressed up as for us is, of course, because all of us, circa 2005, were the Abercrombie jean skirt, Lacoste polos, Coach purses, and pearls. So it's like, am I even mad? Like,
I know. Are you even mad?
No.
Were you mad?
We were known as like the stuck-up preppy girls at our school
because you wore pearls.
Yeah, because we were pearls in Lacoste.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't know. But the fucked up part of it is that they dressed up as us and then like acted out on stage at school, like a really horrific thing that happened to us. It had to do with her dog getting tasered, and I ended up in the hospital and the police coming.
Where were the adults when this was happening? Did they know that this happened? That they were impersonating you?
Yeah, but it was before like bullying was like a hot button issue. Like a few years later, a few kids, and it made national news, like killed themselves because of bullying. But this was like, it's private school, girls will be girls, and whatever.
Girls will be girls.
Like I used to have teachers like write me notes and like secretly pass them to me. I still have them in my memory box.
Really?
I'm like, Francesca, like I'm here for you if you need to talk. I'm so sorry you're going through this. And like, so they would like check on me daily to like make sure I didn't kill myself.
Like,
and it's still, I was like, can you go to like the dean of students? And like, we went to them and they were just like, you don't have any proof. Like, what do you want us to do? Like,
I just feel like that would never fly at my high school.
No, because it was a public school.
People did get bullied though, but it had to be covert. You know what I mean? And like,
no, this was
literally
literally
out
on
of school.
stage.
Yeah, but on stage, like I just like that would literally never happen.
They didn't understand what was going on. Like the teachers, and they just didn't care. No, I just don't think they knew what was going on, cared. I had already gotten kicked out / asked to leave Incarnate. So Ashley was there by herself.
Oh, you didn't see it happen.
But like, okay, with like the cost shirts and stuff, that's what's so funny about that is there was an I Hate Francesca Piazza Facebook group at my school.
And the term cyberbullying definitely wasn't coined.
No, it wasn't a thing yet.
Sure,
so people were like teachers didn't have Facebook. This was my sophomore year was when you still had to be invited on Facebook by a high school email address, and you could only invite a certain amount of people. Teachers didn't know what it was. So also funny, I actually got kicked out of high school for unblocking Facebook. They technically didn't expel me. They asked me to leave. But if I didn't leave, then they would have expelled me.
Yeah.
But they were like, we would like your daughter to seek education elsewhere. So I've always been in social media.
Yeah.
Truly.
I've always worked in social media.
It's truly on brand. It was really just because I wanted to get on Facebook at school. So I like hacked in through our network and like unblocked Facebook for the whole school. So they noticed everyone in school was on Facebook and they were like, how? And I did it under my own login.
Yeah.
And they traced it back to me, but I was 15 when I was a junior.
Yeah.
So they like called mom and dad in and they were like, your 15-year-old, or they're like, your daughter left our like network open to attacks and we could have lost everything. And like, we don't know what she did or how she did it. But when we find out, we're going to figure out a punishment. My dad was like, she's 15. Like if she can like hack your whole network, like maybe
have a stronger network. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was really interesting in my high school. There was a big learning curve between like what adults did know with the internet and then what adults didn't, because like you could just tell and it's like, oh, we can get on all these like block sites because all you have to do is like HTTPS, you know? But like the tech guys and like some of those like people who ran like computer labs, they fucking knew, like, you know, they were smarter than us. But wait, that brings me to a story. I used to work at a summer camp. Okay. And one of the counselors who we all just kind of hated. Okay. But he was like a problem. Like he was just bad. Like he wasn't good at his job and like he just wasn't cool, you know? And he was like really arrogant. That's why he just like wasn't a good fit for the camp. He actually got the entire Wi-Fi network shut down or suspended of the entire camp because he illegally pirated a movie. Oh. And the movie was Hansel and Gretel.
Like the live action.
Yeah. But this man was like 25. And it was just so funny because like streaming's legal, or it was at the time. I still think it is. And like he just like used like a really sketchy download
I don't think it's legal. Not back then.
I think it
I used to go on some sketchy sites that were definitely not legal. It was like movies123.romania.co.
But I think it was like the people putting it up is illegal, but you could still view it isn't, you know? But like that like wouldn't get your network shut down. But like, you know, using some of those torrents and stuff like that, you really can get in trouble, you know? And just like think about like all the offices couldn't use Wi-Fi and stuff to like log on to like their websites and stuff like that they use for like, you know,
so the camp was just like,
the camp didn't have Wi-Fi for 3 days because of this guy.
Because of Hansel and Gretel?
Yes.
That's fucked.
And like that,
it's embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing.
You look like you could be in that movie right now.
Yeah. What's the witch's name in Hansel and Gretel? The one that
I don't know.
I don't fucking know. Yeah.
I'm not even going to Google it. I don't care.
Yeah.
But no, back, I don't know. I jumped around in that story. So the I Hate Francesca Piazza Facebook page, though.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things, it was just making me think of the Lacoste shirts, is that one of like they would always like update about how like I'm not gonna know what to do in the real world because I'm not gonna have my daddy there to bail me out. Which like jokes on them. I'm 32.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is we didn't have a lot of money when I was in high school. Yeah. So like one of the things they would always talk about is how I had you guys not even designer. But like then I guess like it kind of was, and I lived in the Midwest. Coach purses.
Yeah.
But like I saved, mom and dad didn't really buy them for me. Mm-hmm. I saved up my babysitting money for an entire summer once, and I got like a big bag. It was like big and beautiful. And that was one of the things they talked shit on. And it was like,
how much does a Coach bag cost?
Like $400.
Okay.
That's a lot for a high schooler.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. But like if you would babysit for like rich people, sometimes they would pay you like $20 an hour. Like I had like a couple.
Yeah.
In like the nice neighborhoods.
For sure.
So like that adds up.
Yeah.
But it is kind of like a waste. Like $400 is a lot to you when you're 14. Or like a lot of like the rumors about me in high school was that like I was the biggest slut in high school.
Yeah.
But I didn't do anything but kiss a boy until college. Yeah. But it was just all bullshit.
It's rumors and lies. It's like these vicious
I mean, still happening.
Yeah.
You know how like they tell you when you're younger, they're like, oh my God, like what are they high schooler? They're like, oh, they'll grow out of it. Some people never grow out of this shit.
Some people never grow out of that bullshit. No. 100%. Yeah.
But like when people, I hear them tell people, they're like, oh, that's high school shit. Don't worry. You won't have to deal with that later in life. I'll like look at the girls afterwards that someone said that to, and I'm like, some people never grow up and some people just stay shitty.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's almost like, imagine this in like the corporate workplace. You know what I mean? I'm sure it exists. It happens.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm just saying, think about like some people never grow up, and then I feel like you can almost get away with it more if you're a person, like if you're in a position of power.
Yeah, you know especially if you have no like moral, like compass, then why not? And people, I just think people, and I still am like this, that I don't believe that people are that shitty until like it happens to you. You're like, wait, that person just like makes up things and people just like believe it.
Yeah, like why would we still do this? We're like adults, you know what I mean?
But it happens to people on the like celebrities or like influencers every single day. I follow an influencer and somebody asked like, what's one thing you want to stop doing or that you're working on? And she was like, giving trolls like a platform or even responding. She's like, I'm mad at myself every time I do it. But she's like, what's so frustrating is with the internet, people can just say whatever they want. And people decide if they want to believe it or not, but some people are going to believe it. And this influencer was like, I'll read articles about how I was so rude to someone at an event and I didn't even go to that event. And I'm like, and it's not like you can combat all those people reading that article.
Yeah.
And you're not going to like take them to court.
There's no way to win. Even if you do go onto your own platform and you say it and you're only going to reach a fraction of those people that like believe that lie. I mean, I'll still hear things about like when Lady Gaga was coming up, people will be like, oh, you know, she has a dick, right? It was just it was a ridiculous rumor, you know? And she never addressed it. She addressed it once. It was because Anderson Cooper asked her about it and she just made a joke about it. She was like, oh yeah, I do have a pretty large donkey dick, you know? Like, would that be so bad if I did?
Well, because he was like, what's the craziest rumor you've ever heard about yourself? And she was like, that I have a penis. But her thing is like, she wasn't going to be like, no, I don't. Or she's like, one, because it's so ridiculous, I don't care. And she was like, two, what if I did?
I know, exactly. Especially like she hangs out around a pretty trans crowd.
That's
you know what I mean?
It's like, so she didn't want to like make it like it would be the worst thing that could ever come out about her. Yeah.
But it's just like, or like you even look back at like Mary Antoinette, like let them eat cake. Like that's not even a real quote. It was. It's like kind of taken out of context.
Think of the amount of people
she got beheaded, Francesca. In the 1700s, and we're still talking about. No, I mean, I feel like we can laugh at like.
But it's but no, I mean, think of people who like got attributed to quotes. I mean, there's people who stole other people's inventions.
Yeah,
and they've gone down in the history book as those.
Paul Revere didn't say the British are coming. It was a black slave. Yeah.
I don't know if I knew that.
Yeah. Has nothing to do. Paul Revere was just. He was there at the time when it happened, and like he was just like one of the big figures. I think in the time, so like when they like wrote it down in history, they're like, why don't we just say Paul Revere said it? Because he was like actually like a known figure.
Yeah.
Or like a person of like interest. Yeah.
Well, because like women in history, it's just like not nothing they did was important. So why would they?
Yeah.
It's
like
ridiculous.
Literally. Yeah. That's why like, man, it's really crazy to think about. And like, what if they didn't really even know the word for like gossip or how vicious cycles spread and like.
No, it was in the Bible.
Yeah, I know. But like, I'm just saying like, I just feel like we have so much more like learned conversations and abilities to like handle these things than they did back then, probably. You know?
Well, yeah. I mean, it'd just be like they made that up. But if they're more in a position of power, then it doesn't matter.
It's a lie, Father. It's a lie. You know what? I don't know.
What's that from?
Nothing. It's just like, no, it's not real. I don't know.
You just turned into a small British boy.
Father. I don't know. But yeah, it's like really crazy.
Speaking of a Brit, only because there was a Brit present for what happened to us this weekend.
What? Oh, yeah. Well, we weren't, guys, this is crazy. Okay. We were in Denver.
Oh, it wasn't this weekend. It was Tuesday.
Yeah, that's right. It was Tuesday night. It's 2 days ago. Okay, guys. Francesca and I decided to go see the Knox at one of our favorite venues down in Denver.
1134 Broadway.
And if you guys don't know who the Knox are, you probably do, but they just do like a lot of like disco, house, pop songs. You know, they're just like two dudes from New York that just play like New York dance music pretty much.
Look up Slow Song by the Knox featuring Dragonette and listen to it. So good.
It's so good. We've been obsessed. I feel like almost this whole summer we've just been listening to a lot of the Knox, and for good reason. So when I heard that they were going to be at this like show, I was like, okay, we got to go. So we go to the show. It was awesome. We had a good crew with us. We actually had one of the best crews with us. And I don't know, like I feel like going to see live music that you really love with like your good friends is like literally one of my favorite things.
It's one of the greatest joys in life.
In life, yeah. But anyway, so the concert was done, and then we're all on the street at like, 2:30 a.m. and we're like hanging out on the streets of Denver, kind of figuring out like Ubers and like what we were gonna do next. But so it's like me, you, Francesca, and two of our other friends, and then there was this. He wasn't British. He was Australian. He was Australian. Yeah. He was this Australian martial artist that we had met. He was like really,
but he was dressed in like a vest, but with nothing else underneath it, and he was just like ripped.
Yeah, he was.
And he
very
had a
ripped.
very strong accent.
And he was such
very
a look.
hot. Yeah, no, he looked like a character. He was out of like a movie.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's Andrew Tate's cousin.
That's so weird.
Yeah,
and it's a weird thing for him to have said in the few minutes that we met him.
I really don't know.
Is Andrew Tate Australian?
No, Andrew Tate's English.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what he just told me. I don't know.
It's bizarre. We're not pro Andrew Tate.
We're not pro Andrew Tate.
That's just like a super random connection. Okay, so Andrew Tate's cousin,
who's
from Australia, hot martial artist.
Yes.
He was doing light up nunchucks at the venue.
Yeah.
As one does.
In VIP, like behind the Knox. I was like, who is this man? And so we started like, talking. So we're sitting there, we're all in a circle, and this homeless man just on the street, he looks at me and I see him like coming like real close to me and close to me and close to me.
But he's like a street away and just starts beelining for Nick.
And he starts getting real close to me and like keeps on getting closer to me. And I'm like, this dude's about to fucking hit me in the face. This dude is about to hit me in the face. And he comes up and just socks me in the fucking face.
It's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
And he punched you square in the face.
Have you guys ever been punched in the face by a homeless man? Dude,
I've just never been punched in the face, like knock on wood ever.
Knock on wood, yeah. Knock on wood. It's coming. No,
we just talked about this. Have you been punched in the face before?
But I will say though, it was okay. So homeless man punches me in the face. Everyone fucking gets like kind of upset. Okay.
Yeah. Everyone's like, whoa, like we're like freaking out.
So my good friend Sean, he was like, hey, back the fuck up. Everyone be calm. And then the mixed martial artist dude starts taking off his fucking rings. He was like, I'm gonna punch this guy in the fucking face. And I was like, oh my God. And but then Sean's like, everyone just like walk away. Like just like don't engage. Because he kind of like walks away, and Sean is like threatening this guy, like, walk away. And I'm just sitting there like, everyone just be calm because I don't know what's about to happen. And Francesca, you just start dying laughing. So then the guy hears you laugh.
You know though, when I'm upset, when I get in upsetting situations, like I laugh. It's a problem.
Dude, you start laughing. so hard. And then
like
the guy, he turns around and goes, I was like, Francesca, stop laughing. Like, I just got hit in the face by this man.
No, yeah, like he was going to like come over and try and stab someone.
Yeah.
If I kept but I like, I muffled it. I settled down. It was fucking funny.
It was actually hilarious. But yeah, and then he just like ended up walking away. And I was like,
well, okay. The Australian guy was like, what did he just hit you in the face? Like, let's go after him. And I was like, no. Like, we don't do that. Like, what are we going to do? Like, hurt a homeless man?
I know.
Not like he's got enough problems.
Yeah. Which is also kind of crazy. Well, this is how you know people are like actually crazy is like when there's no sense of self-preservation. Mm-hmm. That's how you know it's like the criminally insane. They aren't generally like serial killers after so many because they end up getting caught because they're not trying to like save themselves so much. Well, but because like if you were like, why would you?
Yeah, why would you do that on a random night? Why would you just like? Cause we could have beat him up. There could have been some drunk dude in our group that just went ham on him. Now he has no insurance, literally homeless, and like
a broken jaw.
Yeah,
that's why like the dude's fucking nuts. But
also though like. I'm not calling the cops. I'm not doing anything. Like it's 2:30 in the morning on a Tuesday. I'm going home.
I know. Yeah.
Like I'm not dealing. We're like, just let the man walk away. And he was like, what? Like this Australian guy wanted to go after him. And he was like, I do not understand America and Americans.
I know. He was like, why? He can't just hit you. And I was like, I know he can't just hit me, but he did. And we're walking away. I will say though. So last podcast, I talked to you guys about how I've been doing like the cold plunges. Like I've been jumping in like the frozen river. I've been like doing minute-long baths in, water that's like 30 degrees. Mm-hmm. And they say with like frozen water or like cold water, it shocks your nervous system and it makes you feel like you're panicking. Okay. And then once you like learn to breathe through it, it pretty much helps your body and mind handle stress more. Dude, this homeless man punched me in the fucking face and I literally didn't do anything. I didn't even tense up.
Didn't react at all.
I didn't tense up. I didn't even feel like that kind of warm, like I wasn't worked up at all. And I really think it's because of the water that I've been jumping in. Because I jumped in the water that day. That was the last time I did it. And
no, Nick looked at me and he goes, Francesca, I think there's something with this cold water thing.
Yeah.
He's like, normally you would, your cortisol, or not cortisol, but like your adrenaline would spike being punched.
Nothing. I don't even think my heartbeat raised. And this homeless man just punched me in the face. And
I thought it was so funny.
I know. I mean, it is funny looking back on it. Because like it was so fucking random. Like we're all having a good
in like a fucked up situation. I'm just gonna point and laugh and get us in more trouble.
Okay. You go two ways. You're either gonna point and laugh and get us in more trouble, or you're gonna be having a panic attack. You know what I mean? Like
that'll
not good.
Sometimes.
I'd rather have the mixed martial artist in the thing. Because this dude was huge. But like yeah, I don't know. It was really crazy. My heartbeat didn't even rise. And we were all sitting there having a good time. And all of a sudden, this guy just hits me in the face off the street. It's funny. It's funny. It's so insane. But I was like, what the fuck? I keep on thinking to myself, like, or like I called you the next morning, and you answer the phone. Hey, Nick, remember when you got punched in the face by a homeless man?
Yeah.
I kind of forgot. Like, but.
So that was Tuesday.
That was fucking.
Oh, but you woke up to it. So Nick and I share an Instagram account.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously. Because the Saucy Sibz, so we both have like obviously access on our phones. So this is a thing about me. When I drink text. And like it's not even bad. But like I will sit in my bed with one eye open and I will just send messages.
You do this. You do this.
How it's problematic for my life is that I will tell every man that I have ever dated that I miss them. All at the same time. I don't.
Yeah.
Like I don't miss you.
Yeah.
Like I stopped talking to you. I'm not interested. You're cool. You're great. Wonderful. But I'm super chilling. Like they never turned me down. Like I wanted them to like go live their own lives just away from me.
Like you're over these people.
Yes. Subconsciously. I would assume not. But the thing is like truly, it's not like I'm lusting after them. It's like I broke it off. Not about it.
Right.
And I will text them at 3:00 in the morning and just tell them how much I miss them.
Yeah, Francesca, it's super weird.
It's so weird. And like,
weird.
Here's the thing is like, I feel bad because like also these people, some of them are like, hey, like I miss you too. Like, how have you been? Like, how are you?
And you're like, JK,
I don't respond.
JK, that was NPC Francesca. I don't actually want to engage
because
in
it's like if you could take a screenshot of my outgoing text, it's 7 I miss yous.
Yeah. So you know how they say that like drunk actions or drunk words or sober thoughts?
Yeah, I'm aware.
I don't think that's true.
No, I don't think it's true either.
I think it can be true.
100%. Like, it's like what you've always wanted to say or what you really... It's like, I don't deep down... I mean, maybe like subconsciously, I'm just like really lonely. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's like I think it's like some fucked up like ego thing. Like, I just want any type of attention that I can get. And I think if I was like truly fulfilled and happy...
then I don't think that. I think if you were truly fulfilled and happy, there would be a chance that you drink a little too much on an empty stomach and you just start texting weird shit.
I also think it's so funny. I don't know why, but yeah, I'll text crazy stuff that like isn't real. They're not my sober thoughts. Sometimes they're explicit. I mean,
see, I'm not a drunk texter.
No.
I'm just not that way. I don't have to. I'm usually, if I've been drinking, I will not have my phone. I won't be on my phone. Like, I won't answer a phone call. Like, you could be in jail and I'll be like, sorry, I was drinking. Yeah. I'm not there for you. Okay, so we just got ourselves another refill of our Flora Hemp Spirits. Ooh. I forgot the bottle over there. That's okay. That's okay.
It's beautiful. You guys saw. Mm-hmm. But I wonder if, like, do you think I feel anything from the CBD?
I don't know.
Someone DM'd us and told us that you need to like drink, like have CBD on like kind of a consistent basis
to like build up in your cannabinoid system,
endocannabinoid receptors or something. No, I'm serious.
What were we saying?
I don't know what we were talking about. Nick, we were talking about how you woke up to a DM from the Knox on our shared Instagram, and Nick was like, what?
Okay, so guys, we share the same Instagram, right? Yes. As we said. But what's so funny about it is like I will get DMs from people that are like replying to a conversation that I am not a part of, okay? Because they're texting you. Mm-hmm. Whether that be a dude hitting on you, which is also fucking hilarious.
We've actually, on that, when people slide into the Saucy Sibz DMs, we don't know if it's for me or for Nick.
Yeah.
And like, we had the funniest one the other day. He was just like, hey, like, you want to grab a drink? And like, didn't respond. Because like, also, it's sitting in the request. Like, it doesn't say we've read it. It's just hanging out over there. And then it's like, hey, like, do you want to go to like this show tonight? Didn't respond. And then it was like, oh, no response. Like, fuck you. Like, your podcast sucks anyway.
We're like, but was that to you or was that to me? You know, and that's what I feel like we need to play more into this. Actually, one of my friends, we posted that like screenshot of that conversation, and he was like, I think it's so fucking funny that you guys share a podcast or Instagram and people slide into your DMs and they don't know who they're talking to. Yeah. And he was like, you should fuck with them. And I was like, okay, I'm not really like down to like
this
sit
is
there
like a segment of the pod
to like masquerade as my sister and be like, oh yeah, would you like that, daddy? Just like. And really, I'm just like making fun of them for content on the podcast. I don't think I would do that. However, that's not really my style. I do think that's someone's style though, and that could be really funny. But anyway,
it happens a lot.
It happens a lot.
And it's called the Saucy Sibz.
Siblings.
So like, it's just. And we have each of our personal handles in the bio.
In the bio,
So wouldn't you think if they wanted to hit on me, they just go to my Instagram, which is public?
People are not that smart. And people are weird about social media. Also, if someone doesn't respond to you on social media, don't insult them. What is that with it's generally only men.
No, I was going to say like if someone buys you a drink or asks you on a date and you say no and they're like you're fucking ugly anyway.
Well, whatever, you're a fat bitch. It's like, okay. I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure you were
it's
just
so weird to me. Anyway, the story. Yo, guys. Okay. The night we saw the Knox and I got punched in the face by a homeless man, I ended up like, me and Francesca split ways that night. And I woke up probably around like 5 a.m. to get some water. And I like pick up my phone and I get a notification from the Knox. So I'm like, oh my God, the Knox just DM'd us. And they just said, say less. And at this point, I'm like, wait, what
did
the
Francesca
fuck?
say?
What the fuck did Francesca say to the Knox? Which you weren't that bad, actually.
No, it wasn't that bad. I asked them where the after party was because like I totally wouldn't have been down to hang out. And they were like, hey, like what's up? Like, because I was like, show was dope. Like, you guys are amazing. What are you doing after? Or where's afters? And they're like, damn, we just had to like jump in a tour bus and we're headed to Salt Lake City for another show. And I was like, all right, well, like if you guys ever want to come back to like Summit to like ski this winter, I was like, my brother and I have a ski house. Like, you're fucking welcome anytime. Like, we were obsessed with your DJ set because like it Madonna, like different, like we could literally talk about that for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And so they were just like amazing. They just seemed like very cool dudes.
Yeah.
Like you kind of see their vibe. You're like, all right, you guys are fucking cool.
You guys are the coolest dudes.
And I was like, we have a ski house anytime you want to come up. And then he was like, say less. So that was the end.
It was so normal.
Yeah. Super normal and friendly.
I just know how you get with drunk texting. And waking up to a DM from the Knox that just says say less. It literally like that sparks like that actually spiked my heart rate. You know what I mean?
What did she say? Because I will, if I'm blackout, I'll also DM like celebrities. Nothing creepy.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, what's up? And I'm like,
do you think Henry Cavill is going to respond?
Henry Cavill, that was one of them. The other night I made Nick like check my DMs and delete them all because I was too embarrassed.
You were so nervous about your DMs.
You were like, Francesca, like they're fine. They're literally like,
none of them are fine. But it was like DMing Henry Cavill at 3 a.m. What's up?
It's the most embarrassing thing. I can't believe we're saying that. Also, please DM us if you guys like
do that. This is relatable, right?
Is it? I don't know if it is.
I think it's relatable. I know people are out there who are like, listen, I've done that, but I'll raise you. I'll
also, that's okay. If we're just going to get like embarrassing, let's just embarrass me.
Self-deprecation, man.
Yeah. Another thing I will do when I'm drinking, again, though, I'm not blackout. Like, I don't really get that blackout. We're talking like 4 drinks.
Yeah.
And people think I'm completely fine. I'm speaking full sentences. I can completely, I'm fine. Something switches in my brain. I swear, since I took antidepressants, that was when my parents started coining my drunk like alter ego as Vanessa. Vanessa is not me, and she's not bad. She's not drunk. She just has like this outrageous sense of self-confidence that is dangerous.
I'll say sure. I think I'm gonna agree with you, but I think there have been times where I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, what do you mean?
Like the one time we went to the Cardinals game and you said you were going to the bathroom and you didn't go to the bathroom and I didn't see you for the rest of the game and I could not find you and I'm calling you a million times and I found you outside hanging out with these homeless men and
it was a gang.
And you were like, these are my new friends. I was like, no, let's go. And you're like, no, they're my friends now.
And I was like, this is my family now.
And they were like, hey man, she wants to hang out with us. And I'm like, let's just get in the car. And you were like, okay. And it wasn't
But that's
when
I was
bad.
still on antidepressants.
Oh, okay.
Something about Zoloft, like if you would drink on it, that's why, you know how sometimes we'll see people, like friends or acquaintances, and they'll have 1 or 2 drinks and they just do crazy shit. You can also tell by like kind of like their gait, like GAIT, like the way their body moves just isn't like fully... It's not like there's something going on. Like, you know that after those 2 drinks and they start acting so weird, those people are usually on an antidepressant they're not supposed
especially
to drink
if they just started a new antidepressant and then they drink like they normally did. And
and so, but I swear my brain is still different from when I took that.
Like, you think like Vanessa was born?
Yes.
Because
here's, if we're shitting on me, something I'll do is I will call someone until they answer. I'm talking 45 calls.
Okay, that's
insane.
Okay.
But it's not that I'm like, again, I'm not like wasted. I just more get mad. And I know that like, if I keep calling, it'll wake them up and they'll just answer their phone. It's not that big of a deal.
I think you definitely do have like this inflated sense of confidence though, that I think is hilarious. Well, one time at a music festival, you weren't that bad at all, but you did get this like crazy sense of like self-confidence that again is almost like pretty admirable to a certain extent. And then like you ended up on stage and you weren't like being nuts. You weren't like, being gross.
No, because I'm never, people think I'm sober. That's the scary part. Yeah.
You were just on stage dancing, having a great time, and everyone's like, woo, and you're just
they're like, how does your sister know the band? And you're like, she doesn't.
No, I'm in the crowd and like, I'm way drunker than you. And I'm in the crowd and then all of a sudden you're on this fucking stage. And I'm like, oh my God. That's my sister. That was a good time.
You told me I stole a bike though, too.
Yeah, you did steal a bike. You just took a bike and drove it across the small music festival and parked it somewhere. It's not like you like took it. I mean, you did take it.
I'm not a thief, but I rode it and dropped it off.
In a different place, but I think, because I don't know where you got it. You just rolled up on a bike.
There was something else that weekend that was crazy.
No, that was one of the craziest weekends I've ever had.
I woke up using a tub of hummus as a pillow.
Yeah, because we were all, it was 6 of us.
In a tent.
6 of my really good friends and you. They were just my high school friends.
It was like Nick's friends, and then like I came to the festival with them, and then I was like, so I was sleeping on in the corner of someone's giant tent.
Yeah,
I didn't have a pillow, I didn't have a mat, and I was like just in my clothes from the night before, and there was nowhere to put my head, but I found a tub of hummus. Mm-hmm. That was like the worst. I like woke up and I was like using a Costco-sized hummus for a pillow.
Yeah. You also I brought a whole bunch of ramen noodles, and I believe that you made everyone ramen noodles because everyone got too drunk besides you.
I'm always fine.
I know. You were literally, everyone else was wasted, including, like, I was bad because I was in college, everyone, okay? So, and I just had brought like a lot of ramen noodles because everyone loves ramen noodles. If you eat it, you do not eat ramen noodles because you're gluten-free. You would never eat ramen noodles. And you ended up making like 5 packets of ramen noodles on a stove for everyone. And everyone came back and had a glorious drunk meal that you like provided for the people after you got on stage. Yeah. Where it's funny, it's like you do have this like inflated sense of like confidence because you had a bit to drink, but like you really are the most sober one of the whole group.
Always in charge, always will get us where we need to go. Like I'm never the person that people are like, we need to like
like liability.
No. Just gonna segue right into Taylor Swift's new album.
Francesca's been listening to so much Taylor Swift.
I know, but we'll get into that. But the song Karma, it's just like, karma is my boyfriend. Karma is a relaxing thought. I'm sorry that for you it's not.
Yeah.
And just, we guys have alluded to like we had a bunch of shit happen. It's just like, I think a lot of people, and like cheers to all the girls that feel this way too, like you didn't retaliate. People made up some crazy shit about you, but like you can sleep soundly at night. Like I've never done anything to fuck someone over. So it's like, but like, damn, like I'm sorry for you that karma's not a relaxing thought. And like, I think so many people right now around like that song came out for, and they're just like, did she write this for me? But it would be shitty to have to like look over your shoulder for the rest of your life of all these people you've like fucked over to try and like get to where you are. Okay, guys, Taylor Swift's new album. What I've been waiting to talk about all week. Am I a Swiftie? I don't think so. I wouldn't like categorize myself as a Swiftie. No, but I do love her music.
And that's okay.
I have been on Swift Talk, and these people, like, they look for the Easter eggs. They know what everything means. So I'm looking to Gen Z and the Swifties to tell me what the underlying like info is. But like our cousin Amanda drove me home last night, and I was, of course, blasting Taylor Swift.
Right.
And I was like, "Do you even know like what this means?" And she's like, "No, I don't." And I literally like got out a PowerPoint and a pointer, and I was like, "All right,
here's the drama."
I got into it. You've learned all about it.
I know. I personally am not.
What is vigilante shit about? Pop quiz.
It's about exposing Scooter Bronson.
Close. Scooter Braun. Scooter Braun.
What's his fucking name? Justin Bieber's a manager.
Yes. And what did Scooter Braun do to Taylor?
Cheats.
No. What did he do to Taylor specifically?
I don't remember.
He bought all of her masters out from under her.
Even though that he has been cheating on his wife with Erica Jane.
Yes. Erica Jane is a housewife. Allegedly. It's all allegedly, guys. Allegedly, I'm not.
I don't know if she wrote it.
Can you imagine if our podcast just starts taking off and we just get fucking sued?
I know, it's like
by Erica Jane.
I'm like, okay, so Miley Cyrus and Erica Jane cheated on, Anna Delvey.
Okay, Scooter Braun basically hated Taylor. They always had a feud. I don't know the info of that. But then he bought all of the masters of her music out from under her. So then he got to make all the money from them. And she didn't have
That's so access. How is that even possible?
Could you imagine having beef with someone and them owning your music and your career? So Taylor, to get around this, that's why there's Taylor's version of all her music. And that's why the Swifties will tell you only listen to those versions because she owns those because she changed them a little bit and re-recorded. Anyway, she's on her vigilante shit because she was like, I'm going to get him back. So he was notoriously cheating on his wife. She's like, she wanted the cold hard proof. So I gave her some. So he was notoriously cheating on his wife, allegedly, with Real Housewife Erica Jane. And so Taylor was like, she needed proof. So I gave her some. She had the envelope. Where you think she got it from? So about Scooter Braun's wife. And then it was like, she got the kids, got the house, got the pride. Damn, she looks so pretty driving around in your Benz. It's just some badass shit.
Yeah. I mean, on our podcast, we kind of talk about maybe don't say that about someone that we know. But then Taylor Swift is just doing it as Taylor Swift.
But allegedly Karma's about Kanye.
Yeah.
Because he's because that's vigilante shit. Then Karma literally kind of getting, canceled and all this stuff. And after what he did to her, maybe could also be about someone else. But then, man, they really get into it. They get deep. But we've talked about how we're okay with being a little bit of the Taylor Swift podcast. Here's the thing. Don't do something shitty that's worth talking about, and we won't talk about it. Yeah. And we'll always change names. But if people know that we're talking about you and it's something that you did, then that's on you.
Yeah.
And also we haven't ever said anything that's not true. We have receipts. Where do you think she got the proof? I gave her some.
Karma is a cat sitting in my lap. What is it?
It's something like that. And I was like, and Nick, it's because she has cats. And he was like, thank you, Francesca. I get it.
Because Taylor Swift's into her cats.
She's a cat lady, yeah.
If you can't tell by now, I'm just not a Taylor fan. I'm not a Swiftie. I don't like Taylor Swift. I'm not hating. I'm just not a fan.
He doesn't at all. And
I literally care more about Reba.
The country music star.
Yeah, Reba.
Or you would.
Than Taylor Swift.
No, you really don't like it at all. Because, he, lets me play it in the car.
I just don't enjoy it.
No. So it's you have a limit of, maybe a week or two after the album comes out. But then it's he's literally Nick, can I have the aux, Francesca? Can I play music?
One time I was at around a bonfire and someone wanted to, it was right after 1989 came out when.
Yeah. Yeah. We were born in the same year, 1989.
Okay. 1989 came out, I think. And Look What You Made Me Do, that song.
Yeah.
And one of her music videos came out for that, which is a very high energy music video, very pop. Someone was trying to talk to me to sort of compare Taylor Swift's music videos and Lady Gaga's music videos. And I was like, I'm not doing this. We could sit here and compare, but I'm just not able. I'm not mentally able to participate into this conversation.
A huge influencer. Damn, I cannot think of her name right now. She's on the BFFs pod. She said on the podcast that Beyonce was overrated.
Oh,
she
shut the fucking
up.
But
she followed it up with, I think that Lady Gaga is just better as a dancer and this and that. And but the clips of her saying Beyonce is overrated, she's getting attacked for being racist. And she's like, the fuck, guys. I can have this opinion.
Okay. Yeah.
But what do they call it? The Bay Hive?
The Beehive.
Okay.
It's the Beehive because she's bee.
Yeah.
Not Bay. But listen, I could see why people would call her racist. But I don't obviously think that's a racist statement to not to think that she's overrated. But I will say it is just factually fucking wrong to say that Beyonce is overrated. Beyonce is Beyonce. She's Queen Bee, man. I like Beyonce a lot. I'm not obsessed with her, but obviously I'm like way more into Gaga, but like I just like could never even talk shit on Beyonce. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You guys, yeah. I got lost on like mom TikTok the other day, and it was a mom who tells other moms what Gen Z is like saying so that moms can like understand their like children. And I was just like loving it. First of all, I'm not far off from those moms' ages.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in their 40s. I'm still a millennial, but like, dude, Gen Z has their own language. So like, obviously, gosh, I think even our mother would know. Like when someone says like, we're just going to tell the people, we have listeners of all ages. I'm going to teach them what this mom was teaching the other moms. So like Gen Z, instead of saying like, oh my gosh, like it's giving me like homeless person vibes, they would just be like, it's giving homeless. So then like these moms are all commenting when they like, because this mom teaches them all the things, like uses it against their children. So they're like, oh my God, my daughter came out in like a green dress the other day. And she was like, Mom, like, do you like it? And she was like, it's giving Tinkerbell. Just thinking of all these moms like roasting their little girls or like.
Yeah.
I just love it. And then someone said they asked their daughter to like do something like 13. Like, hey, like, can you like clean the hall bathroom and like clean up the kitchen before like our friend, company comes over? And she's like, Mom, it's giving slavery.
I
love it.
I once told my parents' friends, Bob and Pep and Bennick, and so my parents' friends, they're a little bit older than my parents, and then they have kids that are a little bit younger than me. And so I guess like for the parents and their kids, like the language that they use is like very removed, you know? Our parents are a little bit more hip,
Mom
you know?
and Dad had me when they were 20.
Yeah.
Nothing was going over their head and it was so annoying.
I know, right?
It's also why you can't like lie to your parents because they were just teenagers. So like, they're not.
They know.
Yeah. My parents were 30 when I was 10.
Yeah.
They were like, this little bitch.
This little
thinks
bitch.
She's pulling one over on us. Fuck that. I never got away with shit.
Yeah. But I told that my parents' friends like what Netflix and chill meant. This is years ago. Okay. This is like probably like 10 years ago. And they were like, really? Netflix and chill? Like, I don't even get it. Like, I guess I get it, And they're like, yeah. So then like a week later, I guess they were on the couch watching TV and their oldest son comes in who was like probably like 19 at the time. He was like, oh, like Mom and Dad, like, what are you doing tonight? And they're like, I don't know. We're just gonna Netflix and chill. And they said that their kid was literally like, what the Mom, Dad, you don't know what that Mom, Dad.
I love that.
They said he freaked out, and I was like, "You're welcome, Gen X." You know what I mean? But like,
we should have like a segment of like Gen Z stuff.
Like
telling the people what Gen Z
is doing
because our demographic is millennials mostly, and then like older.
It's 34 to 25 is what our
that's our key demographic.
Yeah,
love it. Okay, the last thing we have written this week is that I say I'm trash because the only TikTok that I've ever had go viral is a TikTok I made about a trash can. It's me. Hi, I'm the trash. It's me.
Dude, can you explain the TikTok?
Okay. I literally was just on a hike the other day and I had to use the trash can. And in Summit County or in the mountains, we have to have bear-proof trash cans, but like they're all different. So you have to like figure out how to open them, and they're usually like really heavy and there's some sort of hidden lever. And I had read
bears are a little smart. Like they can open a car door. They know how to do that.
Bears are smart. So like, but the problem that park rangers or trash can engineers have is that this is not my original thought. I read this somewhere. Is that it's very hard to design a trash can that is too hard for the smartest bears, but easy enough for the dumbest humans.
Right.
Also, humans are lazy. Shopping cart theory. That basically, if it's too hard for like a human to figure out in a couple seconds, they're just going to put the trash on the ground. And the reason that's such a problem in the mountains is because if bears start creeping closer to where humans are living to get if there's food out for them, then they'll just kill the bears. We don't want to kill the grizzlies. But if
black bears.
Oh, okay, black bears.
Black bears, not grizzlies. But
But basically, like that's what in Aspen they shot like a mama bear and 3 cubs the other day
because they were like in the town.
I couldn't like in my backyard. You can't have someone like kids playing outside or whatever. You can't have people getting mauled by bears, and so it's not the bears' fault. But if they start getting close, they'll just kill them.
Yeah.
So don't leave your food outside or trash in the mountains. But yeah, so I made a TikTok and I said about that. I was like, apparently there's significant overlap. Dumbest human, smartest bears.
And it was just you taking a video of the trash can.
It's
and like
literally
opening
a video
the
of
trash
the trash can. I threw my trash away.
Like your face isn't even in it.
No, it is not translated into followers. I'll tell you that.
But it is your most successful TikTok yet. It's got like
it's over 100,000 views.
Yeah. And I just absolutely love that. Like, because here's the thing with TikTok is like, you put so much work into a video to make it go viral and it might not even get 1,000 views. But then you post a dumb video about bears in a trash can and oh my God, it just people
have a
it.
lot to say about it.
Yeah,
so honestly, I'm like here, me and people are having fun in the content someone was like, what if there was a like almost like a built-in like big combination code, and it said on there the combination's always 4, 5, 6. Bears can't read.
Bears can't read.
But humans don't read.
Humans don't read
signs.
Not
that they can't read, but humans don't read signs.
Humans don't read signs.
So now we have a big discussion in the comments because someone was like, hey, what about like a whatever? A human would literally come up to it and be like, oh, I can't get it open. Like, fuck it. And throw their shit on the ground.
Dude, I bet if it was like a combination is 4 plus 2.
You don't even have to add. The bears can't read.
I know.
It could be like 1, 2, 3.
1, 2. I know, but I'm just saying like literally anything.
Circle. If it was like shapes.
Yeah.
But they won't read
it. They wouldn't do it. Yeah.
Humans don't read signs.
Yeah. And I have been guilty of not reading signs.
No, our dad taught us something.
See that sign? And I'm like, you're right.
Yeah, it literally says that thing.
Right.
But something our dad always says to us, if you're lost, look up.
Because there's probably like whether you're in the airport, whether you're in a city, like
a city, or even like on the highway looking for like the airport off the highway or something. Like
sometimes there's signs
for everything.
Sometimes there are.
Look up, especially in airports. It's kind of like the biggest thing. He's like, if you're lost in an airport, fucking look up.
Yeah,
just look up. There's people will post signs. You're not the first person to have that question or to be wondering where that is. Like a restroom.
Restrooms.
Why do people ask, and I've done this, every time you're in a restaurant, hey, where's the bathroom?
Where's the bathroom?
Look up.
I feel like with bathrooms though, sometimes you don't even need to read the sign. You just know where the bathroom is.
It's usually like to the right of like the bar.
I don't know. I just feel like I could always find it. But people are always, in the restaurant I work at, people ask me where the restroom is 14 times a minute. And it's just like, sometimes I just like point that way. It sucks. But
I don't think, what's going to suck more is when people ask you why you're green.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You guys, I'm glad we got to catch you up.
Mm-hmm.
Chit chat about some things.
Yeah.
Fam.
Thanks for coming on for our Halloween segment.
Flora Hemp Spirits. Don't forget, link in the show notes. Also, follow us on TikTok. Follow us on subscribe on YouTube. Please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
Well, also, if you want to listen to the podcast and you want to listen to it on Instagram or YouTube with the full video, that's pretty nice too,
Helps us out.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers, guys.
But yeah, thank you so much.
And we'll see you next time.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
Chef's kiss.